We have a program that looks for ways to protect our pedestrians and bicyclists on our roadways. Our high visibility enforcement is really what we're here to talk about today. And our enforcement program is a very a good example of that coordinated effort. We combine high visibility enforcement with our education and information program to increase awareness of traffic laws, help people understand what we expect them to do to stay safe, and provide them with safety tips and information and materials to help keep them safe while they're navigating the road. That's not just for pedestrians and bicyclists. It's for motorists as well, because a lot of times motorists exhibit behaviors that put those pedestrians and bicyclists at risk, and sometimes pedestrians and bicyclists exhibit behaviors that put themselves at risk.
Just want to let you know that crashes involving pedestrians and bicyclists are more likely to result in a fatal or serious injuries than any other type of crashes. Why is that? It's because they don't have any seat belts, they don't have any protection, they don't have an airbag. They are indeed the most vulnerable people on the road. The goal is to remind motorists to pay attention, to look for pedestrians and bicyclists. You can't see what you're not looking for. And to remind pedestrians and cyclists to make themselves more visible when walking and biking at night. Because safety doesn't happen by accident.
In fact, I can remember the way I was taught how to ride a bike was by my older brother, who put me on it with his friend, and they pushed me down the street and watched me crash. They found great joy in that. But it was one way I learned how to ride a bike and not crash anymore. Bicycle safety then didn't include bike helmets. We just didn't know. Kids didn't wear bicycle helmets. Of course, we know now that that's vitally important. So when I was raising my children and they were on a bike, they rode bicycles with bicycle helmets. And now my grandchildren, when I watch them, fortunately my sons remembered, and they all wear bicycle helmets, even when they're on those little three-wheel things.
This is our fourth year with the High Visibility Enforcement Program. The effort began in 2013 with high visibility enforcement in the 10 priority counties. It's grown significantly as we've progressed and has proven to be very successful. We are proud to see how proactive Leon County is and support your involvement in the statewide enforcement initiative. Together, we are creating safer communities, because every life counts.
Speed, impairment, and distractions are all behaviors that affect all three categories. Unfortunately, we do see these behaviors among the drivers, but even more so among the pedestrians and the bicyclists as well, from being distracted with their cell phone to even being impaired. We'll be working to enforce safety behaviors for all three groups, because it's not about citations, it's not about fines being collected, it's about education and, more importantly, about saving lives.
At the Tallahassee Police Department, we are committed to pedestrian and bicycle safety, and we use a three-prong approach to reducing crashes involving pedestrians and bicyclists. That is engineering, education, and lastly, enforcement. Just like crime in our community, it's a commitment that we all must have to reduce it. So together, if pedestrians, drivers, and bicyclists realize that we're all in it together, we will reduce the number of crashes.
It is a little nerve-wracking to watch a student walking across an intersection, texting and not paying attention. It's a little nerve-wracking to see a cyclist cross from a crosswalk and just shoot across a roadway. And so what we do is very important. We've seen the downside, the bad side of bicyclists who have crashes on our campuses. We've seen pedestrians who've been injured. And so we think this is very important. So we take it very, very seriously.
We encourage transportation options like walking, biking, and the use of public transportation at FAMU. Walking and biking safely and doing it with confidence involves a skill set that enables you to position yourself so you are visible to drivers. And it teaches you to keep a safe distance in case those drivers don't see you.
My goal is to put it on us as cyclists. Take some responsibility for yourself and use the lights. There's this ego thing that you don't need a bike light, and I just man, since I've started running with a strobe light on my bike front and back, don't have any buzzes. I don't have any issue, very fewer issues. So it's a scary thing. You know, you're 200 pounds with your bike. I am, and 4,000 pound cars. You're going to lose that battle for sure.